Okay, here we go. Back at the world's hardest Pokemon Nuzlocke. We are 324 hours in and 37 minutes. We have 7 badges. We're in the Space Center. It's a tricky section. Some funky fights. But I'm ready to figure this battle out and move on to the next. Oh, right. Someone asked how I'm doing, like, is 15 deaths a lot? Let's go check what, like, Pichao and Flygon did. They've been my, like, meter stick or whatever. Ah, here we go. Pichao was at 30 deaths at this point. Let's go check Flygon's. Alright, it looks like Flygon was at around 24 deaths. So we're doing well. Alright, fight time. Chat, it's time to go fight a battle. Let's go. It's grunt number 3. Here we go. Alright, so this is a little bit scary because Diggersby is going to double edge, and then I'm going to Woodhammer, and Woodhammer will kill me. But I have a Citrus Berry that'll activate after it uses double edge. Oh no, Quick Claw! It's faster than us anyways. So this is gonna deal like up to 80%. Yep, and there's our Citrus Berry activating. And then our Woodhammer will kill. And then we take damage. And now Silvally sees that it kills me. So Silvally's gonna come in. And it's gonna use either multi-attack, flamethrower, or ice beam. Which, all of those, except for multi-attack, are resisted by my beautiful little hot pot. This is a grass Silvally. So multi-attack is a grass move. There's flamethrower. Bang. Hot pot hurts by its burn. That's so we can't get frozen by Ice Beam, in case it used it. But even so, I believe a Heat Wave will never kill here unless it crit burns. That'd be crazy. High roll crit burns. But yeah, 2 Heat Waves, I believe, kill this guy, as it's going to be using multi-attack next. Almost guaranteed multi-attacks. But it is a grass multi-attacker, so it doesn't matter. Burn, just for fun? That's not what I meant. There's our Citrus Berry, just so we're on high enough HP to always bait in Arcanine as we Heat Wave one more time. Alright, so Silvally's down, and now because we out-damage Ribombee, and we out-damage Kling Klang, they have to send in an Arcanine, I believe. Arcanine comes in, its highest damaging move is Close Combat, so it has to use Close Combat. So we will be switching into P to take a Close Combat, and that will force it out immediately. What was I doing? Am I switching into P this turn? Is that what happened? The sequencing is very precise here. I think I switch in P, because Arcanine is in right now. Okay, so they have an Arcanine out. It's going to use Close Combat, which is going to lower its defenses. So we switch in P, which has been pre-damaged to activate its emergency exit ability. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And that will bring me down below half. Exactly. It'll also lower its defenses. And then our Citrus Berry will activate. But because we went under half HP, emergency exit kicks us out and gives us a free switch into Flygon. So then Flygon comes in. And Flygon is slower than this Arcanine. Which is good, because this Arcanine actually has Bright Powder, so my moves have a 10% chance to miss every single time I use it. But to guarantee that we hit it, we gave it a Zoom Lens. So if we're slower, it boosts our accuracy by 30%, which if you do the math there, balances, or 20%, I don't know, it balances everything out, so we're able to guaranteed hit a move as long as it can move first. So we're going to let it move first, we're going to let it Close Combat to further lower its defenses, which will allow this Earthquake to kill. Because there's a Close Combat. And this guaranteed kills. And now the next Pokemon that will come in is a Ribombee. It outspeeds me. It has Shield Dust ability. It has Quiver Dance to boost its attack, defense, and speed. Special attack, special defense, and speed. And so this Ribombee sees that it kills me with Moonblast or Bug Buzz. So we need to switch into a Pokemon that can take it. Now the problem with this Pokemon is that it has a Focus Band, which 10% of the time it will survive a hit. And that can activate as many times as it wants. So if you get bad enough luck, you can literally never kill this Pokemon as long as it always rolls that 10% chance. But we found a way around it with our Pop Rocks. So Pop Rocks is going to switch in. It's going to take a Bug Buzz or a Moonblast. We want to see Moonblast here. That's better. And we want to see no special attack drop. Perfect. And now the thing that gets around this Focus Band is even if it survives on 1 HP after the Focus Band activates, a Toxic will take it out. So we're going to Toxic, which is a guaranteed hit because I'm a Poison type. I was just going to hit me with another move. It cannot use Quiver Dance because it thinks that I can kill it with my Sludge Bomb, which I'm not going to use. Sludge Bomb is just there to make the Ribombi think I can kill it, but I can't kill it guaranteed, so I'm not going to. So we're going to Toxic. As it's going to Moonblast again. So there's a second Moonblast. And Toxic will lower its HP regardless of its item every turn a little bit. It doesn't have a Focus Sash, it is a Focus Band. Focus Sash is a one-time use. Focus Band activates as many times as it thinks it can get away with. But now Ribombi is on a timer, but we're not going to let that timer run to 0. We're going to switch in Alaska on a Moonblast now. And we've given our Alaska a Choice Scarf to guaranteed outspeed this Ribombi. So we're going to take one Moonblast here. Bang. And now there's a 10% chance for this Ribombi to survive my Flare Blitz. We have the Rockhead ability, so we don't lose any HP when using Flare Blitz. If the Focus Band activated here, it would have died to the Toxic on the next turn. Right here, there we go. So it survived with its Focus Band, it hit the 10% chance. If it wasn't poisoned, it could survive the next turn as well. And the next turn, and the next turn. Fortunately, we did poison it first, though. So the bad luck did not affect us, other than taking an extra little hit. And now, their Kling Clang comes in, which has a single move, Gear Grind, and a Choice Band. And this thing is fast. So it's just one move that does an insane amount of damage, but luckily, with the Choice Scarf, we outspeed, and at level 89, with a perfect attack stat, Flare Blitz kills. So, Flare Blitz will kill this Kling Clang in one hit, and we win the battle. And that is a random Magma Grunt after Gym 7. Done. Oh my god. And now we have a minor boss coming up next, which I am not excited for. We're gonna take a look at this really quick. All right, so the next battle is against a Magma admin Courtney, who has a Shaman with a Life Orb, a Dugtrio with a Ground Gem and the Arena Trap ability, a Tyrantrum with a Focus Sash, Rock Head, Scale Shot to raise its speed, a Xurkitree, an Ultra Beast with Leftovers Beast Boost and it's Timid, with Hypnosis and Substitute, a Buzzwole with an Assault Vest and Beast Boost, and a Mega Charizard X. Alright, let's see what we got here then. Anyways, let's go do this fight. All right, we're fighting Courtney. She has 2 Ultra Beasts. She has a mythical Pokemon. She has a Mega Charizard, and yet her most threatening thing is a Tyrantrum. Because it's Adamant Rock Head with Head Smash. It just freaking kills everything. All right, Courtney, bring it on, lady. Our leader said no one, but no one gets past me. Magma admin Courtney would like to battle. Shaman to start. Alright, this Shaman has a Life Orb and has Seed Flare, Earth Power, HP. It doesn't matter. We kill it in one hit. I'm not even going to tell you what it has. We kill with Dual Wing Beat. We kill with Dual Wing Beat. That's what we'll be dying here. Wah. Wah. And it's down. We are Choice Banded on our Archeops, which allowed us to kill there. Now, the biggest threat of this fight comes in Tyrantrum, bro. Tyrantrum is a monster because it has one of the highest attack stats. It has Rock Head and Head Smash. 150 base power. It takes no recoil from it. It's an absolute monster. This was the biggest threat. She got a mythical, 2 Ultra Beasts, a Mega Evolution. This is the threat. We brought 3 Pokemon to deal with this Tyrantrum. It also has a Focus Sash, Rock Polish, and Scale Shot. So it can set up, outspeed, and then one-shot your entire team. So, the way we figured out how to deal with it is it's going to use Head Smash here because it sees a kill. So we're going to switch in Curry to take the Head Smash. Oh! And now it sees that its strongest move is close combat. We are slower, so it will never use rock polish to become faster. So it has to use close combat. It's going to use close combat onto my P. And my P has been pre-damaged. So close combat activates emergency exit. Whoa! And because its defenses dropped, that's important. That will come into play in the next turn. But we heal. We were pre-damaged to 130. So we go down and then we go back up above half. That's important. We're above half now. And we switch in Tofu for free. The zero defense baby. But honestly, we gotta love Tofu. It saved the run on the second badge. And because of the defense drop, we are able to get around this Tyrannosaurus, and only because of the defense drop, in fact. We are able to fake out to break the focus sash. And then we are able to kill with close combat. So close combat will kill. Now we are going to be trapped. Because the next Pokemon to come in is Dugtrio with Arena Trap. Dugtrio kills with Earthquake, and we are trapped thanks to its Arena Trap. However, Tofu is holding a Shed Shell, which allows us to escape the Arena Trap. And we can switch into Corn Cob, which at level 89 outspeeds just barely this Dugtrio. It could use Memento, I think. But if it happens to use Memento, yeah, it could have used Memento, I think, like 2.5% of the time. It is the same result either way, because now we kill with Draco Meteor and we go to -2 special attack, which is what Memento would have done if Dugtrio Mementoed. So Draco Meteor, if we're holding a Life Orb, Draco Meteor one-shots this Dugtrio. So this kills. And now, because we are at -2 special attack, they're going to send in the next Pokemon that kills me, essentially. And I believe that is going to be Buzzwole. Buzzwole, because I am at 90% HP, it has Leash Life, Drain Punch, Stone Edge, and Ice Punch. Stone Edge deals 88% maximum, which means it has to Ice Punch, because obviously that kills. We have to switch in Kaparaja to take the Ice Punch. And this is why it's leveled to 89, so it can take Head Smash and Ice Punch, if they both crit. There's the Ice Punch. Youch! Could Draco kill without the Life Orb? No. It could not. Well, it could if it crit, but we're not risking that. So now Buzzwole, with its Leech Life, Stone Edge, Ice Punch, and Drain Punch, sees that it's got to use Drain Punch. It's the highest damaging move. It's got to go for it. We will be switching in Golisopod, who is above half HP after that Citrus Berry, to exit a second time on the Drain Punch. There's our second exit. And now Archeops is able to one-shot this Buzzwole again with its Choice Band. So dual Wing Beat kills here. And we do outspeed, and it doesn't have priority. So there is Buzzwole down. Now there's two Pokemon left, Xurkitree and Charizard. Xurkitree, it sees that it can kill me with Thunderbolt. This Xurkitree will now be going for Thunderbolt. And Peanut, our ground type, takes 0 damage from that. And now, there's a weird AI quirk, where if the AI has a Focus Sash or Sturdy, it recognizes that and knows it can't kill you. But it does not see that I have Sturdy. My Peanut has Sturdy, but it doesn't know that for whatever reason. It's like some, I guess it missed it. It forgot, which plays to our favor because Donphan dies to Grass Knot. This has Substitute and Hypnosis. If it uses those moves, We are in a very bad position. But because I have Sturdy, it doesn't see that I have Sturdy, and it thinks it can kill with its Grass Knot, which means if we can take a grass, if we can kill it in one hit, we can take the Grass Knot and survive. So what we'll be using Grass Knot this turn, and at level 88, Peanut kills with an Earthquake. And there's our Citrus Berry, and that Citrus Berry is very important for what comes next. There's Xurkitree down, because the Charizard is last, the Mega Charizard. Now, this one was tough, because it's a Mega Charizard, obviously. We really needed it to use Flare Blitz and not Dragon Claw, which it has both of those moves. And we didn't want it to use Dragon Dance, because it has Dragon Dance. To make it only use Flare Blitz, what we have done is set our HP to exactly 71 because of the Citrus and the 1 HP. Dragon Claw deals a maximum of 49 damage when it's not Mega Evolved, but Flare Blitz deals 91 minimum, which means before it Mega Evolves, it calculates everything, and it's like, oh my god, Flare Blitz is the only move that kills, but it does kill, so I have to use it. So it has to use Flare Blitz here because the AI doesn't take into account the stat change after Mega Evolving. So it will be guaranteed using Flare Blitz after it Mega Evolves, which Corncob is going to take. And now, Corncob at level 89, after 2 Life Orb ticks, a Flare Blitz crit burn, is guaranteed to survive with at least 3 HP. So even if this critical hits and burns, we survive. It got neither. But we do outspeed, and we kill with Draco Meteor, and there goes the battle. Courtney's down. Beautiful. And now we can go upstairs. And upstairs is a little bit tricky because we have a gauntlet, I believe. Or rather, not a gauntlet, but back-to-backs, where we have to fight 3 trainers in a row without a break, without healing, with the same Pokemon to a back 3 back. It's like Tate and Liza, but it's like Tate and Liza and Dave. Tate and Liza and Dave. I assume the final trainer is the hard one, so we start on the final trainer and work our way back. A Rotom, an Armaldo with Bright Powder, a Rotom Heat, a Machamp with a Quick Claw No Guard, a Flame Body Flying Gem, Acrobatics Will-O-Wisp, Swords Dance, Flare Blitz, Talonflame, a Defiant Bisharp, a Levitate Black Sludge Wheezing Galar, and Focus Band Beast Boost Guzzlord with Dragon Rush, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Heavy Slam. All right, so we are doing the Space Tag back to back to back. 3 battles in a row against 3 grunts. They have 2 Pokemon, and then 2 Pokemon, and then 3 Pokemon, and we only have 6. So it's a 6v7. I don't get to heal in between any of the battles. Here's our team. We got a Burnt Meatloaf, level 89, with a Person Berry. We got Leftovers Arcanine, also level 89. We got Metal Coat, Licorice, Corviknight, level 89. We taught it Smart Strike, just double checking. We got a Burned Hydreigon with a Citrus Berry, level 85. We got Escargo with Scavalier with no item. Very important. And we got Taco, our Cloyster, Icicle Spear, no item. Very important again. Here we go. Ah! What's wrong with you? You're outnumbered 3-1. But you still want to take us on? Do I do it, chat? No, I don't do... Okay. No. Good answer. That's what a smart person will do. Go. A reckless go-getter, are you? Okay, I'll go first. So the first fella has, hopefully, an Armaldo. There it is. And this Armaldo is actually not a big threat. We led with Conkeldurr, not for this Armaldo, but for one of the next battles. So we're now able to switch out this Meatloaf with it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this Armaldo really quick. This Armaldo has Swords Dance and Bright Powder. because this is an evil team, of course they have bright powder. That is the theme of these evil teams. They got choice band, or they got focus bands to survive hits. They got bright powder. This Armaldo has bright powder, so I cannot hit my attacks. My Meatloaf does not have any accuracy boosting stuff, but my Meatloaf is for a future battle. We needed it in the first slot because there's a big threat coming up in the next battle. But because we are burned and we have the Guts ability, which raises our attack, our superpower actually sees that it kills this Armaldo, so it won't use Swords Dance, which it has. It'll instead use its strongest move against me because it doesn't want to risk Swords Dancing when I can just kill it in one hit. When I can kill it in one hit. The thing is, I can't kill it in one hit, of course, because superpower, it's a range to kill, and also bright powder could make it miss. So, we are going to switch into a guaranteed Earthquake. We're going to switch in Licorice, our flying type. So now it's going to use Earthquake, and this is where a little bit of funny business starts to happen. We will now fight, and Smart Strike always hits regardless of accuracy. So even though it has bright powder, this will hit, and it will do quite a lot of damage. And now its strongest move is Rock Blast, so it will be using Rock Blast, and we want to see this hit. Not a lot of times, please. Okay, so that hit 5 times. It's fine, but we now need to roost until we're on high HP. We could kill this Armaldo, but we need Licorice in another fight. So we're going to roost, and the benefit with roost is that for this turn, it will get rid of our flying type, which will make us resist Rock Blast. So this next Rock Blast will deal less damage, most likely, because Roost will allow us to get rid of our flying type and heal. So we will Roost. And our flying type is gone temporarily, so Rock Blast is resisted. Hear that? Resisted. And we want to see it hit like twice, please, just to save us some time here. Okay, 3 times. That's fine. And now my flying type is back on this turn. So, I can just Roost again. And again, this gets rid of my flying type. And we'll make it use Rock Blast. Because it thought I was a flying type. And we're just going to Roost until we get like a 2 or 3 hit. Rock Blast. 3 times. I think that's fine. I don't. Do we fish for a 2? What do you guys think? Do we fish for a 2 Rock Blast? I feel like it's not worth it. So now we outspeed and we can simply kill with Smart Strike, and we leave our Licorice on high HP. So Smart Strike will kill now, obviously, because look at how much it did on the first turn. So Smart Strike takes it out. Bang, and now the second Pokemon comes out, which is, of course, a little bit scary. It is a Rotom Heat. Now, this Rotom Heat, because I'm at 243 HP, actually sees a guaranteed kill with Overheat. So this is going to use Overheat on this turn. It also has Thunder Wave. It also has Will-O-Wisp. It also has Thunderbolt. But its highest damaging move is Overheat, and so it will be going for that because it sees that it kills. Now, luckily, Acai is going to switch in. It has been pre-burned, so we cannot get burned from Will-O-Wisp, and we cannot, but mostly so we can't get paralyzed from Thunder Wave. That's the big thing. We didn't want to get paralyzed from Thunder Wave. So, we're going to switch in on this Overheat. We're going to take the Overheat. Yeah, we're pre-burned, so we can't get paralyzed, I meant. And there we go. Its special attack goes down, but it has a White Herb, which will bring it back up. And now it is left just using Overheat again. So we'll be using Overheat one more time, as I now am able to Dark Pulse to deal 40%. And honestly, ideally, we flinch it here, just for some safety in the future. We want to Dark Pulse flinch. It would be funny. It's like a what, a 10, 20, 30% chance? I don't know. Nah, whatever. All right, so now Overheat, it's going to deal, you know, another 20%, maybe 40% if it crits. 20% chance to flinch? Yeah, exactly. Our Citrus Berry activates. We take a little bit from burn, but now we can just Draco Meteor, and Draco Meteor deals 65%. Dark Ball's dealt 40%, so Draco Meteor kills. Here. Draco Meteor does the job, and that is the first trainer in the back-to-back-to-back beaten. Good. So there's Magma Grunt, 1 down. I lost, but it's too soon to be relieved. I'm up next. And now we have the first big problem that we encountered in the calculations was this Machamp. There is a single Pokemon in my entire box that could reliably take on this Machamp, and it is Meatloaf. Which is why we had to lead Meatloaf. Because it has a quick claw, no guard, adamant, dynamic punch. Which always hits and always confuses. Brutal, right? But we determined that we are able to kill it with Meatloaf if we are burned to boost our attack. And we can superpower and then kill it with Mach Punch. So, we're going to superpower. This has a chance to kill. 75% chance to KO. But this Machamp will be using Dynamic Punch. And it will do a lot of damage. A scary amount of damage. Check this out. Boom. Actually, oh, I guess, yeah, it didn't crit. I always consider that they're going to crit, but it did a lot. It would have dealt 75% of my HP. That was, I think, a pretty low roll. But Superpower has a 75% chance to kill here. And there it is. If that did not kill, Mach Punch prioritizes Quick Claw. So the Quick Claw wouldn't have mattered. And now Meatloaf is able to just hang out here. Anyways, Talonflame now comes out. And Talonflame has Flare Blitz, Acrobatics, Will-O-Wisp, and Swords Dance. Of course, Acrobatics plus Will-O-Wisp. But we're able to switch into Alaska. And just for... In the next battle, there is a 1 in 16 million chance that a Pokemon could die. But I think the risk can be mitigated a little bit if this next attack does not crit Alaska. Some risk can be mitigated. Maybe. So we don't want to see this crit. Cool. Alright. Still a risk. And we've given it leftovers, so we get a little bit of HP back. And now it's used its Flying Gem, so its next Acrobatics will be weaker. This has Will-O-Wisp and Swords Dance. It will not be going for either of those, because I am going to kill it in one hit. And I'm a Fire type. So it has to use Acrobatics again, as I kill it with Rock Slide, the following move. Alright, so there's an Acrobatics. Bang. Good. Neither crit. That is, that saves us some time for the future. And I don't think we get leftovers this turn. It would be nice if we did, but I don't think we do, right? No, we don't get leftovers. Unfortunate. Acrobatics gets the boost from no item buff from Flying Gem. Yes. The Flying Gem activates, and then Acrobatics gets the boost from having no item. It's stupid. Anyways, so now the third fight. And the third fight is a little bit spooky, but hopefully nothing goes wrong here. We do have to take some risks in this fight, because the Magma Grunt is sending out Bisharp. Now, Meatloaf. My goat. This Bisharp is scary because it has Pursuit, and it can Pursuit trap my Pokemon. Luckily, a burned Meatloaf is just barely able to one-shot this Bisharp with a Mach Punch, meaning we just kill it. We kill it immediately. So, Mach Punch kills it. 2 kills for Meatloaf here. And now we should see Wheezing Galar come in. And this part of the battle is going to be a little bit long. Wheezing. So, this Wheezing has Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. It sees that its highest damaging move is Sludge Bomb, but it also sees that I'm burned. So it's either going to go for Sludge Bomb or Protect here. It's not going to use Will-O-Wisp because I'm burned, and Flamethrower deals less damage. So because it's going to be using Sludge Bomb or Protect, we need to switch into our Steel type. Licorice, I think. I think we could just switch directly into Escavalier, but I'm just not going to screw with anything here. I think technically we could switch into Escargot, but I'm not going to change the line midway. This is going to be silly. We're going to switch to Licorice now. Licorice is going to take a Sludge Bomb, and I'm just going to count this off stream this time because I forgot we kind of needed to... We just need to make sure it doesn't run out of PP in a bad way. So there it used Protect, and it failed. So there's 1 Protect. Now it's going to be using Flamethrower or Will-O-Wisp. And we are not exactly PP stalling this fight. Not quite. Because if it's going to use Flamethrower or Will-O-Wisp here, and Flamethrower deals less than what Leftovers heals. So we are guaranteed to gain some HP on Alaska. There's another Protect. And we heal with Leftovers. And now, you can use Sludge Bomb or Protect. So, it cannot use Flamethrower against my Arcanine Hisui. So we're going to switch into Escar Go. Another Steel type. On the Sludge Bomb. And now again, we're going to switch back into Alaska to take a guaranteed Flamethrower. Wait, what? Why did you use it? Oh my god, Flamethrower isn't a guaranteed kill on a Scavalier. Yeah, apparently, I thought it was guaranteed. That's totally fine. I knew it was totally fine. Protect is actually better. How much PP does Protect have? This is just a silly question, but... Protect has 10 power points. All right. Yeah, there are roles that don't kill a Scavalier, which is kind of silly. But again, we're just going to switch in between a Scavalier and Alaska here. Honestly, I think it might be better to switch in between Licorice and Alaska because it gives a higher chance of Will-O-Wisp and Protect. All right, it doesn't matter which Steel type we switch between. So I think it is technically more optimal to switch to Licorice here. So there's another Sludge Bomb. And now, again, it can Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp, or Protect. So we switch into Alaska. And Alaska's just going to gain a bunch of HP. That's the idea here. There's Will-O-Wisp, which doesn't do anything. Fantastic. And we're just going to go until Alaska's on high HP. And I might as well go until it's full. There's no reason not to. So Licorice is back in. Takes a Sludge Bomb. And Alaska's slowly gaining HP here. It still hasn't used Flamethrower, which is crazy to me. There it is. And you can see how much damage this deals. But not very effective. And now we go back to Licorice. We gained 3 HP on that. You know what? It's HP we gained. It's great. So here's a Sludge Bomb or Protect. Want to see Sludge Bomb. Great. There's a Will-O-Wisp. We're healing just a little bit at a time. We should definitely not attack until he's out of Sludge Bomb. Yeah. Are you sure? I guess getting poisoned would suck. I mean, I don't think it matters because Earthquake always kills no matter what. Arcanine Hisui. So there's no reason not to. Like, I'm just getting to full HP just to turn my brain off. Does he have pressure on Corviknight? No, it's Unnerve. We're almost full. We're almost full on Alaska. We're almost full. Flamethrower. Ah, you're slowing me down, buddy. We go from 253 down to 229. A critical hit. We lost HP, I bet. I'm pretty sure a critical hit is the only way we can lose HP. Alright, we lost 6 HP on that one. No! A critical hit! No! This isn't a PP stall! The goal isn't to stall PP. The goal is to gain HP. It's an HP stall, chat. Wrong letter, bro. Don't crit again. If you crit again, I'm gonna scream. Aha! We gained 2 HP on that one. I'm not PP stalling. We're just switching, okay? There's no difference in risk between this and full, but it's so satisfying. Look at this. Alaska switches in, takes a Flamethrower, and gains barely any HP. Okay, well. Alright, so now, Flare Blitz has, I think, a 72% chance to 2-shot. So I think we just Flare Blitz as it's either going to Protect or Sludge Bomb. And I don't think it has enough Protects to survive. We're not at full yet. We're not at full, but we don't need it. We don't need it, chat. So I'm going to Flare Blitz. It's going to Sludge Bomb. If we get poisoned, we could be in a really bad place. But the fact that it's burned means it literally is not allowed to Protect anymore in the AI. So even if I get poisoned here, I think we're fine. I don't think it's allowed. I don't think it can use protect anymore. Because I think it's dead to... I think it sees that it's burned and it's just gonna waste its time, right? Yeah, okay. Flare Blitz kills. We're good to go. And now the last Pokemon comes in, which is actually just insanely difficult to beat. And this is where we're taking a risk in the fight. The big risk. This was the big risk. And when I say the big risk, I mean the number is very big. There is now a 1 in 16 million chance that my Cloyster dies. This Guzzlord is guaranteed to use Earthquake. So we are switching into Escargot. We take the Earthquake. We cannot get crit because of our Shell Armor ability. And you can see we can take 2 more hits. So, the 1 in 16 million is because this Guzzlord has a Focus Band. Escargot, 2 shots, this Guzzlord. But, if on the second hit, the Focus Band activates, I have to switch into Cloyster. It's guaranteed to hit 5 Icicle Spears, but if Guzzlord crits and Focus Band procs 5 times in a row, Cloyster dies. This is really testing the limits of those YouTube comments saying SmallAnt's luck is whatever is the funniest. Because it would be really funny. So here's X-Scissor. And now X-Scissor will kill, hopefully. Knock off. We're not holding an item. Alright. The 1 in 16 million didn't happen. The back-to-back-to-back is beaten. We didn't even need to see Cloyster. And now the only fight left in the Space Center is Space Tag, the notorious run killer. Let's take a look at this next fight. And again, Space Tag is interesting. Space Tag, you have to team up with Steven. So we need to kill Mega Tyranitar, Ferrothorn, and Moltres. And Landorus, and Heatran, and Mega Garchomp. And I get 3 Pokemon to do that. I'm limited to 3 Mons because I am teamed up with the AI. If you white out and Steven wins, it still does count as a win, yes. Because you're teamed up with Steven. He has a Dialga, a Metagross, and a Mega Steelix. Is the planning stressful? This one is really stressful. This one stuff will go wrong. You know what, chat? I've been live for 7 hours. I didn't realize I've been live. I'll try thinking about it a little bit off stream. I'll try and see if I can find something that works. If not, we'll come back next time and figure it out next week. Thank you for watching. We did 5 fights today.